Okay, 3 o'clock. Obviously, if you're just joining in, we are keenly aware of what took place last night. We covered it a little bit to start. All the shows before us have covered it. There's really nothing that can be said. It's atrocious. But Rico and I are of the same opinion here. It's an endless loop. There's no point. No one's going to do anything about it. These tragedies continue. It'll just be a countdown to the next one. And away we go. And it's not simple. And it's not a singular issue. And it's not a do this and it all goes away. It's very complex. It involves a multitude of things, most of which one or both ruling parties in this country don't want to even partake in. But they'll offer their thoughts and prayers, which won't bring innocent lives back. And we'll just start the countdown clock until it happens at a parade, another college, a synagogue, a Bible study, a movie theater, a nightclub, another college. So, guys, we're taking a different approach where there's only so many of the shows I've done in 20 years. Do you know how many of these I've done? And I admit it. I can be sickened by it. It's disgusting, but I am numb to it. I am numb to it because it doesn't matter what we do. We don't want to treat each other better. We don't want to solve these problems, which reside on both sides of the aisle. And reality is the wheel just continues. But hey, tots and pairs. So Rico and I are doing a show. If you want to go back and hear our thoughts, Odyssey.com Rewind is there. So please don't take what we're doing as insensitivity. It's that for every person who wants to talk it out, wants to have a cathartic experience, there's probably 2 or 3 who want to just escape it. So we're choosing option B. And the fact that we're able to choose option B is a sign that this happens so often that we are normalizing this grotesque tragedy. Okay? But that's what we're doing today. And if that doesn't jive with where you're at, I get it. It's like a restaurant. You can order something else. So we're going to move forward with it. Don't take it as insensitivity. Just take it as we have a choice we had to make. So let's get to it. I want to bring up this Mahomes thing to you, brother, because you and I had a conversation following the game. So I started doing some digging. With Patrick Mahomes, David, you need to participate in this too, because, Rico and I had a little bit of a knockdown drag out, and I said, save for the show. So with this victory, Patrick Mahomes won his second league MVP, right? He's got a lead. So to be in this category, you need at least 2 league MVPs, and you need at least 2 Super Bowls. Who's in this category? It's Mahomes, and who else?
Brady.
Peyton Manning?
Tom Brady is one.
Yeah, Peyton Manning, right?
Montana's the other.
Oh.
So here's how it breaks down. I said to Rico that after this Super Bowl, the discussion could be, A, Mahomes never needs to take another snap. He's going to the Hall of Fame. But B, I think he could be considered in the discussion as the best quarterback of all time. That while the resume still needs some work, he's in a company that has to be super elite. Now, I didn't know it was this elite, so I did some checking. So now...
So now it was MVP.
Yep, multiple MVPs and multiple Super Bowl titles.
Yeah, that's
It's only those 3.
Peyton Manning should be there then.
Manning only has 1 Super Bowl.
No, Peyton has 2. He won in Denver and he won in Indy.
He did, but he doesn't have the multiple MVPs.
Wow, he doesn't?
No.
Oh, my
Brady
gosh.
has 3.
Man, I thought Manning had like a bunch of
Brady
them.
has 3. Montana has 2. Mahomes has 2. The point I'm making is this. After that Super Bowl, can we find a middle ground where Rico refuses to have a conversation about Mahomes number 1? And he fights the Montana thing, and I get it. But can we all agree that he's a top 3 quarterback all time after winning the Super Bowl on Sunday? That he's still got probably 7 prime years left. Maybe 10, the way science is going. Hell, he'll be out there. He'll look like Jack Palance in the Cologne commercials they'll be playing. Guys, he's in that exclusive company. Yeah. Are you willing to say it's Brady, it's Mahomes? No, not doing it.
Not right now. No.
What does he need to do?
He's got to win 2 more Super Bowls. You got to win 2 more Super. Hey, I said the same thing about Brady before I finally said, okay, I'm not going to die on this hill anymore. Brady has won the same amount of Super Bowls, though Montana never lost one. He's got to win at least 4 Super Bowls.
Can I state something? And it is not an opinion.
Oh, by the way, yeah, we got to add Peyton Manning.
Manning has multiple.
Manning has 5.
Let me ask you: is it Super Bowl MVPs or regular season MVPs?
It's
Because Peyton only has 1 Super
right.
Bowl MVP.
No, I'm saying it's both of the Super Bowl MVP and Super Bowls.
Oh,
okay. Because Peyton only has 1 Super Bowl MVP,
Right,
so that was
because-
why he's not in that category.
He's won 5 MVPs.
No, because he went out there with the bolts in his neck and did nothing in the. And by the way, he was. See, here's the other thing. This is part of the discussion. Is Kenny awake? By the way, phones are ringing off the hook. Now, if he's taking a dump, I'd like to know. But come on, I mean, what are we doing? If phones are ringing off the hook, service the clientele. It's our audience. Now, if he's screwing around getting a bag of potato chips, I'm gonna have a real problem. Back to the topic at hand. 248-539-9797. Here's my point to you. How you play in the Super Bowl has to matter. So here's something interesting, and it was a talking point with ESPN about a week ago when Brady retired. It's not my original opinion. I'm offering this to you. Tom Brady wasn't that good in Super Bowls.
No, he wasn't.
Okay? And the Super Bowls that Joe Montana played in, no disrespect, the games were in black and white.
Wow.
Patrick Mahomes,
Not in black and white. But
they
I
were
get
in
what
standard
you're saying.
def.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking HD MVP. Like, when you look at this, look at the way Mahomes has had to play in the playoffs. There are plenty of playoff games Joe Montana got carried. Plenty of games Brady got carried. No one's carrying the water for Mahomes in a vast majority of his playoff games. And I could go down the scores. I went down the wormhole. I don't want to bore the listener. I need the listener to trust what I'm telling them is that Mahomes is doing things no other quarterback in history has done.
Here's where I'm going to fight you on this, because even just last Super Bowl, look at what Bolton did. The scoop and score, he had 2. I mean, you had the punt return coming back. You had a lot of other pieces fall into place that they said, okay, Patrick, now we've evened the game up.
Right.
Go win it for us.
4 second-half possessions. How many scores did he produce?
4.
Okay. In the biggest moments, got to have it plays. On one leg, there's the scramble.
No, there is. But I'm talking in the first half when the game was about to get out of reach. It was the defense who said, no. Let's keep this thing close because we got somebody on our side that can help us win.
Okay.
15, we'll keep it close for you.
David, where are you at? Rico has said, look, it's non-negotiable. But to me, I think now with that second title, it's a lot like college hoops for a coach. The reason Izzo's not going to go down unless he gets this done at some point. You're not going to be referred to as an all-time great without a second title. You're not. And I wish Tom had it. I think we've blown a couple of chances, and one I think we lost to a pandemic. There's nothing you can do. But if you don't have that second title, you don't get to the Game of Thrones seat. In the NFL, if you don't have multiple titles, I thought Travis Kelce put it best. This legitimized this Chiefs run. Because any team can have a one-and-done miracle. But the second Super Bowl is you legitimize
In a short time period.
Yes, and like
Third
he's not
Super
done.
Bowl appearance, second Super Bowl victory.
Right, and as caller Amber said, I'm not done. There's still runway there.
There is. I put him in the category.
Where
I
is
have
he?
him at 3.
So you're willing to say he's top 3 all time,
Yeah.
ahead of Peyton Manning? Because here's the problem you're going to have for me.
Yeah.
I would put as a pure quarterback, Peyton Manning is better than Joe Montana.
I mean, I would put it as a pure quarterback, Mike. I would put Dan Marino ahead of everybody, but he didn't get rings. So
Yeah, Dan Marino was also a bit of a loser.
he was a bit prickly, yes.
And he never wanted to hand the ball off.
Well, I mean, you're Dan Marino. They don't pay you to hand the ball off.
Laces out, Dan.
What he's accomplished in, 5 seasons? Very impressive.
Uh-oh.
No. I simply say in order for him to take the top mantle, you at least need 4 Super Bowls to enter the discussion.
David, talk to me.
Well, he's already better than Peyton Manning in my mind. Peyton's overrated, so that would put him in the top 3. It would.
But you're not ready to have a conversation
about the greatest.
Is he? Hold on. Just take away. I know this is impossible because we have resumes for a reason.
And here's
why. Is he the
best
best quarterback you've ever seen? Because my answer is yes. That while Brady's the ultimate gamer and winner, let's be real. Pat Mahomes or Tom Brady, who's the better quarter? Pat Mahomes does things I've never seen before. Ever.
Okay, see, I'm basing it off of wins and what you're doing.
I know.
If you're saying the best quarterback I've ever seen.
Who's the best quarterback you ever seen?
It's Michael Vick. Talk about doing stuff that nobody could do.
All right, I'm going to say this, and I shouldn't, but I'll do it. I'm actually one of these Vic truthers that if Vic played in today's game,
he would,
where these defenses can't do anything,
yeah.
Or if, God help you, if you put Vic in Greg Roman's system, or you put Vic in Kansas City with Reed, and remember, when Vic played, guys, I know it doesn't seem that long ago. The rules are different. The way they call the game is different.
You put Vic with Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, my God.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
That's
the best. Not fair.
I hate agreeing with Rico, but I have thought it, so I'll be honest. I am a Vic truther.
So, yes, if you want to talk about the best quarterback I've ever seen, it was Michael Vick. Because he was must-watch TV. Because you didn't know what he was going to do next. Whether it's going to be throwing the ball, how he ended the Packers' career in Brett Favre in Green Bay. Oh, we're in overtime. Watch this. We're going to the playoffs. Not you. But as far as winning, I do think that winning the Super Bowl is a very difficult thing to do. A lot of quarterbacks have gone their entire career and could not get it done. That's why I always give your boy Eli credit, because you got it done twice. You may not be a great quarterback, but to do that twice.
Right. Eli's the argument for why you can't just let resumes speak, because then technically Eli's resume is better than Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers is a far superior player to Eli.
So that's why I said, if you keep this up and you get 2 more Super Bowls, you've now entered the chat of we could have that argument.
Okay.
Are you the greatest?
I'm ready to have it now. That doesn't mean I'm right. But it was a fun discussion that Rico and I had, and I said, okay, let me do some research to see if I can have this on the air. And I went, oh, no, this is a short group, people.
It reminds me of, the Aaron Rodgers, the young years, when you thought, oh, he's just going to go do all these great things, and cutscene, he's sitting in darkness.
And that's what I'm saying. Great 5 years. Let me see the next 5.
Right. So, yeah, 5. I mean, when Aaron... his first 5 years, we were like, man, Green Bay went from, it's not fair. You go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now they want Aaron Rodgers out of town.
248-539-9797. We'll get to your calls, some ticket texts, and a whole lot more. 97.1.